So about a month ago, I went to the small town of Gorizia, and by the way, Gorizia is the European capital of culture together with the neighboring Nova Gorica for the year 2025. I was saying I was there in that town and I was at a theater because there was a play for children, and the title of the play was Semino, which is a play on words because if you put the two words together, they sound like a small seed, whereas if you detach them, se is if, and mino could be a name, so if mino or semino, a little seed. But that's besides the point. I was there and it was afternoon, the hall was quite warm, and since I have a very large lack of sleep accumulated, I dozed off, which means I literally fell asleep. I was sound asleep when I was suddenly awakened by a very simple music. It was a song that I had never heard. It was a song that woke me up. Something in the song woke me up. And I have to specify that the whole show had been quite loud and there was a lot of action. There were only two actors, but they were jumping and dancing. There was children's music and stuff like that. But nonetheless, I did fall asleep. But I was awakened by this very simple music and by a voice that evidently touches some strings in my heart and the strings in the hearts of many Italians, and it's the voice of Lucio Battisti, which I have already featured in many of my previous videos. And the song that he was singing was called, and still is called, Vento nel vento, and it is the song that we are going to translate today. The title means wind in the wind, vento nel vento. Vento is wind in Italian, and this is a song from 1972, from probably one of the most famous albums by Lucio Battisti, one of the most influential Italian pop albums of all times, I should say. All the songs in that album are written by Lucio Battisti, who composed the music, and Mogol, who wrote all the lyrics. And the song starts really bare bones. There's just... but let's go to the piano and I will explain. With one note played at the piano and the voice. And it goes like... Io e te, perché io e te... Qualcuno ha scelto, forse per noi. And then it proceeds with some chords. Sono svegliato solo, ho incontrato te. L'esistenza un volo diventò per me. So after this very intimate beginning, the song further evolves, but little by little, or should I say very little by very little. The piano chords remain the same, like simple triads. Sometimes there's a four-part chord, but there's an organ coming in the background, and still the verse and the chorus, but it's not one of those triumphant choruses of many Italian songs. It's like a natural evolution of the verse, only piano and organ, and then the harmony brightens up a bit and the melody goes up there with notes that I won't be able to get, but the melody goes something like this.
Io e te, vento nel vento, io e te, nodo nell'anima, stesso desiderio di morire e poi rivivere, io e te.
Yes, it has a falsetto, and then you think, okay, the song has arrived at its zenith, but it's not like that. There's yet another turn. There is a simple electric bass phrase repeated a couple of times, and then the string section comes in with a melody that reminds me a lot of a song by Francesco DeGregory that I will feature for sure on the channel. The first 5 notes or 6 are almost identical. If you know the song that I'm referring to, please write it in the comments. but that really opens up the music for real. The song starts very little, it opens up a bit, and then it blossoms with this string section towards the end. And the lyrics, let's translate them. And the translation will appear on this side of the screen. First line, io e te, io e te. Io e te means me and you, or I and you, or you and I. Put it as you wanted. Io e te, me and you. Perché io e te? Why you and I? Qualcuno ha scelto forse per noi. Let's start from the verb. Ha scelto means has chosen or chose. We could also translate with the simple past. And this is a question. So, did qualcuno, anyone, choose, or has anyone chosen, forse, maybe, for us, per noi? Mi sono svegliato solo. I woke up, or I woke myself, mi sono svegliato up. Solo means alone. Poi ho incontrato te. And then, poi, I met you. Ho incontrato, I have met, or I met te, you. L'esistenza un volo diventò per me. So after meeting her, l'esistenza, existence, so the L apostrophe existence is the existence. Un volo, a flight, diventò, became for me. So after meeting you, I woke up alone, and then after meeting you, my existence became like a flight. Then there's this kind of a bridge. E la stagione nuova, and the new season. Stagione, season, nuova, new. Dietro il vetro che appannava. Dietro means behind. Il vetro is the glass. We can imagine that he's talking about a window pane. So behind the glass that appannava. In this case, it means that got, when the steam gets to a glass and it becomes dull. So appannava means get foggy with steam. So the new season behind the glass, fiori, it blossomed. Tra le tue braccia calde anche l'ultima paura morì. Tra le tue braccia means in your arms. Actually, tra means between, but we could say in your arms. How are these arms? Calde, warm. So in your warm arms, or in your warm embrace, we could translate anche l'ultima paura, even the last, l'ultima paura, fear, morì, died. Then there's the chorus, ritornello in Italian. Io e te, me and you, vento nel vento, wind in the wind. Io e te, nodo nell'anima. Me and you, nodo is a knot, nell'anima, in the soul. And then there's the stesso desiderio di morire e poi rivivere, io e te. The same desire, stesso, same desiderio, desire, di morire, of dying, or to die, e poi rivivere, and then vivere is live, rivivere is live again, io e te, me and you. And then it continues with e la stagione nuova, and the new season. Dietro il vetro che appannava, behind the glass that was getting foggy with steam, fiorì, this time it blossomed. Fra le tue braccia calde, in your warm embrace, we said, anche l'ultima paura morì, even the last fear died. This is exactly the same as before. Yes, it is exactly the same. And then it continues, io e te, vento nel vento, io e te, nodo nell'anima, stesso desiderio di morire e poi rivivere, io e te. Just the same as before, me and you, wind in the wind, not in the soul, same desire of dying and then living again, me and you. You see, this is such a short poem, we could say. The lyrics are very short, and yet paired up with this growing and evolving music, they make for such a powerful song. Yeah, here, this ends the translation of the song. If you liked this video, put a thumb up and tell your friends that there's a guy on the internet who translates Italian songs. If you'd like me to do more of a musical analysis of the song, I quite enjoy doing that, and please leave a comment. I am so very grateful to all of you who leave a comment, even if it's just to say hello, ciao, or thank you if you liked my videos, or please change this thing that you're doing. Constructive criticism is very welcome, and I'll see you on the next of LIS Learn Italian Songs. Learn Italian with songs. Ciao!